Morning students. So in previous videos we had seen about the synthetic fibers. So today we'll see about the plastics and their characteristics, how they are harmful to us, to plants and to the animals. Now before we learn about plastics, so we should know about the nature of plastics. So we all know that each monomer make a polymer, isn't it? So when you get a polymer, you can see a chain like structure, isn't it? That means each monomer is combined to form a chain like structure which is called as polymer. If you consider your necklace, in that one pearl, as I said, it is monomer, isn't it? So each pearl joined together to give you necklace. So likewise, each monomer unit joins and gives you polymer. So if you see plastic, it is a polymer. Okay, plastic is a polymer made by linking various monomers together. You can see here. So each monomer unit is present here. So each monomer has joined and formed a polymer. So plastic is a polymer, remember. Now types of arrangement in plastics. So there are two types, linear arrangement and cross-linked arrangement. This is linear, this is cross-linked arrangement. So all plastics do not have the same type of arrangement of units. Okay, all the plastics will not have the same type of arrangement. For example, if I say 10 people stand in straight line and hold the hand, so that will be an example for linear arrangement. Whereas if I say group of people hold your hands, so that will be example cross-linked arrangement. Now which will be stronger? Is it A or is it B? That means the people who are standing in the straight line or the people however standing and holding the hand, which is stronger? The second one, those people however they stand and hold the hands, isn't it? So they are the stronger and it will be difficult to break the bond. Now in the same way, same thing here, okay? Linear and cross-linked arrangement. So in linear and cross-linked is nothing but here what happens is some of the plastics can easily bend, whereas some of the plastics they cannot bend easily. For example, your mobile phone charger. So you can see the mobile phone charger, isn't it? So this is made up of plastic, whereas this you cannot bend easily. But if you take a scale and bend, what happens? It bends easily, it breaks, isn't it? So all the plastics do not have the same type of arrangement of units. So if you consider charger is an example for cross-linked arrangements, whereas the scale it is linear arrangement. Next, the properties of plastics. Now, have you seen the plastics in different shapes? For example, bottle is made up of plastic. Then the charger, plastic balls are present, plastic bats are present. So different things, okay, are present in different shapes. So likewise, plastic is easily moldable. Now if you consider your mother prepares roti, isn't it? And she gives a proper shape. Now before that what happens? She molds the flour, isn't it? Yes, she gives molds properly and she gives shape. So likewise, even plastic, if you see, it is easily moldable. Easily can change the shape. The next property is plastic can be recycled. That means you can use it, reused. It is colored, you can color for the plastics, and it is melted, rolled into sheets or made into wires. So this is the second property. Next we'll move on to the types of plastic. There are two types of plastics, that is thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Now What are thermoplastics? The plastics which gets deformed easily on heating. Now what happens? Some of the plastics, if you heat, if you keep for the fire, what happens? The formation will be loosened. That means it is deformed. Whatever, for a consider your bottle, okay? Bottle you keep near the fire, what happens? It becomes chutneyfied, isn't it? So plastics which gets deformed easily on heating and can be bent easily, okay? Keep it for fire and little bent, it can easily bend. So such plastics are called thermoplastics. That means easily can melt. Deformed is the shape will be gone, it can easily can be melt. So for example, polythene and PVC. So what is PVC? The full form of PVC is polyvinyl chloride, okay? Polyvinyl chloride. If you have seen the pipes in the washroom, so that is made up of this PVC, okay? PVC pipes, whereas it can bend easily. Now polyethylene. Now where this is used? It is used for making commonly used polythene bags. You might have used the polythene bags, okay? Different. You will get the black colored bags where you put all the waste. So that is also polythene bags. So this polythene is used and it is made up of this polyethylene plastic, okay? Polythene bags are made up of polyethylene plastics and it is a type of thermoplastics. Next we will move on to thermosetting plastics. What is thermosetting plastics? Once you have molded, you cannot be softened by heating, okay? You cannot make soft those plastics. For example, the charger, or example is given bakelite and melamine. Bakelite is nothing but, if you see the switchboard, so that is made by bakelite, okay? That is the thermosetting plastic. And the next one is melamine, that is dinner set you get, isn't it? So that is the melamine. So they are example for thermosetting plastics. Even your charger is of bakelite. So if you see here, bakelite, it is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, okay? It is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, where the electricity cannot be easily passed through this. And it is used for making electrical switches. You can see electrical switches, handles of various utensils, the pressure cooker, then the saucepan. If you see the handles, so these handles are made up of this bakelite. That is example for thermosetting plastics. Next is the melamine. It is a versatile material, fire resistant and can handle heat better than other plastics. So this melamine can handle the heat. It is used for making floor tiles, okay? Then kitchenware and fire resistant fabrics. You can see here the men are wearing, isn't it? So that is the fire resistant fabrics. So in that fabrics, this melamine plastic is used. It is a protective layer in firefighters. And as I said, dinner set, okay, that is made up of melamine. Next, another type of plastic is the Teflon. If you see here, this is made up of Teflon. It is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick, okay? Whatever mother prepares, oily things or any water or anything, it will not stick on this. So we call this non-stick coating on cookwares, okay? It is used for, Teflon is used for non-stick coating on cookware. Nothing will be stuck to this, any utensils, okay? That is made up of Teflon. So this is all about the plastics, okay? Usefulness of plastics, different types of plastics, properties. Next we'll see plastic and the environment. Now before we could see about the plastic and environment, let's see why do we need plastics or why do we use plastics. First of all, lightweight, okay? Plastics, if you see, they are lightweight and it is lower price is less, and the plastics, they have good strength and you can easily handle them, okay? Easily you can hold these plastics. Therefore, we use the plastics. Next, plastic is non-reactive. So have you seen iron getting rusted? If you see iron nail or maybe other things, so iron gets rusted, isn't it? Yes. But if you see, or have you seen the plastic getting rusted? No, isn't it? Yes, so plastics do not react with water and air. Okay, these plastics, any type of plastics, they do not react with the water and air, and they do not corrode easily. Therefore, it is non-reactive. Next, if you see, the plastic is light, strong, and durable. Why? Because it is molded into different shapes. Okay, plastic is molded into different shapes and size, so it is used for various purposes. And it is very cheaper than metals. Okay, than metals, the plastic is very cheaper, so it is durable and it is lightweight and very strong. Next, plastics are poor conductors. As I said, these are poor conductors of heat and electricity, where the electricity cannot be passed, or the heat cannot be passed through this plastics. Thus, it is used to make covering of wire. If you see the wires, it is covered with the plastic, isn't it? Because they are poor conductors of electricity and the heat. So it is used to cover the wire, and also the plastic is used to handle the frying pan, if you see. So this is the plastics. So next we'll move on to the plastic and environment. All of us know plastic is non-biodegradable, isn't it? What is non-biodegradable? Where you cannot decompose any things. Okay, so plastic can cause plastic pollution because it will not decompose in the soil, so it can cause plastic pollution. We do use lot of plastic in our day-to-day life, isn't it? And it does cause plastic pollution. Okay, without awareness or with awareness, we use a lot of plastic in our day-to-day life, and this will cause plastic pollution. Now, how plastic causes pollution? See, if you take our own example, we use plastic, isn't it? And what happens after using? We just throw it away. Now, these plastics, either they go into the soil or they go into the water bodies, either maybe river, sea, oceans. Okay, they just flow. Now, do you know that so many plastics are there in the oceans, and because of these plastics, it affects the life of the aquatic animals. Okay, because maybe through rain or maybe other waters, it just flows to the rivers or ocean, and the whatever the fishes or aquatic animals present in the water, so those will be get affected. Even if you think animals, cows eat plastics. Poor animals, they do not know whether it is a plastic or some eatable things, isn't it? They think it is a eatable thing and they swallow it. So after swallowing, what happens? Plastic cannot digest in the stomach. So because of that, many people die. Even aquatic animal also die. So because of this, we are losing plants and animals a lot. Now everything we do, isn't it? We use plastic, we throw, or maybe we carefully use. But do you know that there is one thing that can use the plastic, okay? Or we can reduce the using of the plastic. So if you want to save the earth, you have to follow this 5R rule. Okay, 5 R's. What are those 5 R's? In your textbook, it is refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover. Okay, refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover, or you can say repair or repurpose. So first, what you have to do? Refuse, or you say reject. I will not use plastic. So that is first thing you can keep it in your mind. Refuse. Next, reduce. So if you are using, but start reducing the use of plastics. Next, reuse. Already you have used, So you can reuse those plastic instead of buying more plastics. Maybe for example bottles. If you do not want the bottles, what happens? You can plant a sapling with that bottles, isn't it? You can make use of those plastic bottles or maybe the plastics. Then recycle. For example, even recycle is the same thing. Make the best out of waste thing. So you can plant a sapling in the plastic. And then recover is, or repair is nothing but recover the earth. Today if you see, the earth is getting sick, isn't it? So this is our work to recover the earth. So recover is nothing but allow the earth to be better, okay, to grow our earth. So if you follow these 5 R's, we can easily reduce the usage of plastics.